All right. Time to drop off the pups and get Grimoire to translate this book. We're going back to Titania.
Horned monster.
He was with Melchior. There was something different about him. He wasn't a Moloch, though, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a demon. But why would the Abbey be working with a demon?
He could be a Therian, maybe. I mean, there was Medusa and Kamoana.
No, I don't think so. The Abbey keeps their Therians behind barriers and bound to Earth Pulse points. A Therian can't send malevolence to Enominat while walking freely.
That's correct. And besides, Orthrus was already here.
In any case, now we know Melchior has a mean-looking bodyguard in addition to his illusions. It'll take quite a lot to stop him.
Aye. That's a fact. Eleanor, there's something I have to ask.
What is it?
Did you leak our plans to the Abbey?
Eleanor hasn't done anything like that.
Then how do you explain Melchior and his illusions already waiting for us when we got to a ball?
I promised you that I would work together with you until I found the truth for myself. I'm not up to any tricks. It's far too late for that now.
Exactly what a guilty party would say.
If anyone's suspicious here, I'd say it's you, Magilu.
No tricks. I don't even know what a trick is.
Enough. If Eleanor was leaking information, then Titania would surely be under attack by now.
Right. I'm sure the Abbey would love to have those Therians back.
But the enemy was in that village waiting in ambush.
The Abbey isn't foolish. They figured out by now that we're rounding up the Therians. They'll have left traps for us with each remaining one. It's the obvious move.
All right. If that's how you see it, I'll stand down.
So you trust me then?
No. I'm saying that anything the Abbey tries, I'll be ready for it.
Oh, such a brave, determined soul.
Eleanor, does the Abbey possess an art that can control demons?
Not that I've ever heard of. Besides, if they could control demons, there'd be no need to resurrect Enominat, would there?
Can't argue with that.
But Melchior was obviously in control of that demon. How did he manage that?
You can't tether them like a Moloch, and Melchior wasn't using oaths or mana to compel him. No, this was something more like mind control.
Mind control?
Let's say you know your target's innermost desires. You simply conjure the right illusion. Show them what would push their buttons in just the right way.
Ah, if you can create an illusion of something someone really wants, you can control them.
Exactly. You can force a powerful burden upon your target's psyche. Until their spirit breaks, that is.
What happens when they break?
Depends on the target. They might become an empty shell, they might go wild with desire. Eeny teeny spiny crow.
You sure know a lot about this.
Now that you put it that way, why would I know so much about it? What if someone is controlling me, making me say these very words? How horrifying!
I believe I'll take your words with a grain of salt.
Listen, Eleanor really isn't spying on us. I was with her almost every minute, and when I wasn't, Velvet was watching her. And she's a woman who keeps her promises. She wouldn't lie to...
Laphicet.
We understand, Laphicet. It's Eleanor. If she were lying to herself to somehow keep spying on us, the guilt would fill her with malevolence.
I see. You're right. The fact that I haven't turned into a dragon proves that.
Thank you. Both of you.
I didn't think you were giving them information intentionally.
But there are illusionists like Melchior out there. That means we can't rule out someone recording your thoughts in secret.
I don't think we need to worry about that either. Not with you and Laphicet always near.
Now that that's settled, it's time for you all to testify to my innocence.
That could be difficult.
What?
Well, okay. Why don't you start off by telling us all about the time you sold us out to Teresa back in Helives?
Oh, why bring up that old yam? You're a very vindictive man, do you know that?
You're just figuring that out? Well, there's your proof at least. You wouldn't make much of a spy.
She really wouldn't.
Hey, that's not what I meant! You were mean!
Woohoo! My sister's making us pickleboard meatballs for dinner tonight!
Hey, what did I tell you about bothering travelers? Sorry about that. He's totally obsessed with food.
That's all right. Pickleboard meatballs, huh? Sounds delicious. They're really super tasty, but Sis says that they used to taste even better. Why's that?
We used to get deliveries of fresh, delicious prickleboar meat from the nearby village of Abal. But in the Advent 3 years ago, demons attacked the village, and now it's gone. It's such a tragedy. If they only could have held out for just one more day, I'm sure Lord Artorius would have saved them.
Artorius. Right.
Our town decided to make a new holiday marking the day that Lord Artorius became the Shepherd. 3 years ago, when the Malachim appeared on the Advent, Taliesin was the first town that Lord Artorius saved. We hold great pride at being the city where humanity first struck back against the demons.
That explains why you'd celebrate his ascension, but wasn't a ball closer to his heart?
You may be right about that. Not being able to save a ball was a terrible agony for Lord Artorius. Even though he killed the demons that destroyed the village, he couldn't bring back the lives that had been lost. If Lord Artorius had gone to a ball first, our city might have been destroyed instead. We won't forget the tragedy that befell a ball. That's the other purpose of this holiday. Remembrance.
That's right. Lives lost can never be brought back.
Wow, the weather's just swell. It's something I've said every day for 3 months now.
Huh? But wasn't there just a heavy fog?
Nope, never seen a wisp of fog in this village. It's been sunny so long, I think I might dry up.
That means that fog was just another of Melchior's illusions.
Seems that way. Excuse me. My partner and I here would like to put on a comedy show if it's possible.
Not often you run into someone with a real fire in their eyes. All right, show me what you got.
With pleasure.
Eleanor, I'm impressed. I didn't know you had this sort of initiative.
You just have to do what you have to do, right? Besides, if we pull this off, it could be our chance to get closer to Modulu.
Did you say Modulu? I haven't seen her recently, but she seems to be making a name for herself in Logris.
Yeah, her dances are really beautiful. Do you know her?
I do. Her and her teacher, Valta. Now, I'm not saying Modulu isn't great, but Valta was utterly sublime. I worry about him pushing Modulu so much, to be honest. He's never been one to accept compromise in his art.
Huh. I didn't know that.
We don't have time to stop and feel bad for our rivals. Did you memorize the script?
Of course I did. And I won't tolerate any slip-ups from you either.
Hearing that just makes me more motivated. Well, let's get going. We've got a show to put on. Hi there! Thanks for having us again! The Bienfu Keepers! Magic Kazam!
Whoa, back it up. Again? If we're supposed to be regulars here, then why does everyone look like they've never heard of Bienfu? And what's with this Magic Kazam stuff? Is that some kind of spell?
Gosh, it's really been getting cold here lately.
Are you just going to ignore my questions?
What does it matter? Aren't you too cold to worry about things like that? Does this feel summery to you?
I can be cold and ask you questions at the same time. Actually, it is rather cold.
See? I said it was cold! In fact, I've been so cold lately I even set fire to my clothes!
Isn't that going too far?
No, that's how cold I was. In fact, that wasn't enough, so I set the house on fire too!
Your house? Why would you do that?
Oh, don't worry. It doesn't bother me at all. And who said it was my house? The one I set on fire was yours.
That's a crime, you know.
Huh? What's wrong? That's not in the script.
Arson is a serious crime.
Well, yes, but...
In the script, the punchline was supposed to be, but when I saw how much it would cost to replace them, I got the chills.
Yeah, but I got into the moment and thought I could ad-lib something better.
You're advocating something morally abhorrent. Change it back.
What's the big deal? You're getting worked up over a joke.
Crime is not a joke. Even speaking as a normal citizen, I can't condone speech that promotes such a horrifically antisocial act.
Oh, now you've got me all mad. I give up. For good.
No, it's bad.
I said I give up. For good.
No, it's bad. My deepest apologies for putting on an act about something so terrible today, sir.
Well, the whole thing was meant to be about morals anyway, so how did we do?
Can I just ask you one question? Are you for real?
Yes, I am.
I should have known.
Our scout ship has returned! Scout ship to...
There's one of them off-limit Class 4 islands that folks call Serpent Isle. Place has been overrun with snakes since forever. I hate the things, so it sounds like hell to me. But I've heard there's a woman who actually lives there.
Whatever for? Why would anyone want to live in a place like that?
I know, it's mighty strange. Place supposedly is crawling with demons too. Last time I was in the area, I checked it out. Kept my distance, of course. Used me spyglass.
And? Was she there?
Aye, she was. Except she looked like a snake herself. I mean, she was human up top, but her face was a weird color, and her lower half was all slithery and wiggly. Ugh. Creeped me out.
A snake woman, huh?
Even worse, looked like you couldn't swing a cat's without hitting a snake. Just the thought of it keeps me awake at night.
You should have a stiff drink and get some sleep before you pass out on deck. I'll tell Benwick to give you an extra ration.
Wow. Thanks a lot, First Mate. I appreciate it. I ought to pester him for some of that aged reserve he keeps hidden away.
Welcome back.
Yeah. We're bringing these two back to Titania.
Dogs? Look, lizards, no problem. Walking hunks of armor I can deal with, but dogs? On my ship?
You're not a dog person.
I was, bit by one when I was a kid.
Then you've got nothing to worry about. If they're biting anyone on this ship, it'll be me.
Are you okay, Velvet?
Oh, sure. They're just dogs.
No, I mean, in general. Fine, they can come aboard. I'll take us back to Titania.
We have to take good care of Orthy and Russ.
That's on you. They won't let me near.
Yeah, well, what do you expect? You only killed their master.
Don't worry. I'll take responsibility.
You mustn't! They're quite vicious, you know! I just asked them if they wanted to be friends, and they suddenly bit me!
I'm sure you said something to irritate them, like, I'll make you my minions! You had it coming.
She knows.
But you have Therians to find, Laphicet. You won't be able to look after them all the time.
I suppose. What should I do?
You could ask Kamoana and Medissa. Kamoana said she once had a dog. Even if they get a little rowdy, Medissa will be around to keep them safe.
That's a good idea. I'll go ask them.
Thanks. We can't be killing off Therians. Besides, they remind me of Nico.
Velvet.
You want a pet dog, Laphicet? You should go to the Abbey then.
Why the Abbey?
Because the place is full of the shepherd's lapdogs. Get it? Lapdogs!
Yeah, I get it. Ha 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 ha.
Not worth my time.
not hurt, are you?
No, I'm fine.
I devoured them again. No, don't.
So, you said your little brother made this copy. He could read the ancient tongue. That's amazing.
Laffy was different from most other kids. He read books a lot because his body was so weak. He studied all the time, so that he could be ready to travel the world one day. Which was kind of funny, considering he'd hide in my bed whenever he had a nightmare.
Really?
But I don't care that he got scared. I just wanted him to live. That's why I have to.
Velvet!
I'll devour as much as it takes. I will have vengeance.
Velvet!
Done. The art is attuned to you.
Thank you. This time I'll make sure to finish what I set out to do.
I've gotta say, I didn't think you had it in you, Oscar.
I don't believe I asked for your opinion.
Lord Artorias!
Go back outside, Teresa. We'll see you when we're done.
Are the rumors true? Are you using that experimental art on Oscar?
It is true.
I was under the impression it was still incomplete, sir.
Yep. There's still a potentially fatal weakness for its channeler.
We've taken the theory as far as it will go. The next step is to learn its control and actual practice.
Don't tell me you intend to test it against that Therian! Please, let me do it. I should be the one, not him!
You are not strong enough.
Then, at least let me back him up!
So you can take the enemy out before Oscar uses the art? A noble plan, but I'm afraid it'd mess everything up.
How so?
It was my idea to volunteer, sister. I failed at Titania, and allowed the Therian to be stolen from Palamedes. I need to atone for my mistakes.
Then let me come with you.
I have different orders for you. Teresa Linares, you are hereby relieved of your duties as an exorcist, and are to return your Moloch.
Relieved of duty? Why?
For our plans to be realized, we require an especially strong Moloch. We've analyzed your Moloch's dormant abilities, and he's of considerable power, on the same level as the young Moloch who betrayed us for the enemy.
Simply put, You just don't got what it takes to handle him, sweetheart.
How could you?
When this is all over, I'd love to have some of your homemade cooking again, sister. I could go for that quiche you used to make.
How can you talk of that right now?
Lord Artorias.
I know what you're going to ask. Yes, Oscar, when you fulfill your mission, I will make Teresa an exorcist again.
Oscar, are you doing this for...
Don't worry about me. I'd go to the ends of the earth and back for a plate of your delicious quiche.
No! Oscar, don't go! Oscar! What should I do? If I don't do something, he'll... Huh? What's this? I'm... receptive to that art. And to you.
Where am I?
Take it easy, Velvet. You've been out for 3 days.
Then that's 3 days wasted. What's the situation?
Well, let's see. For one thing, Grimoire's been deciphering that ancient book. She says that this new copy is complete. All the pages we were missing are there. As for the dogs, Kamawana's taken a real shine to them.
All right then. Now we just need to find that last Therian.
Velvet, no! I said take it easy. Seriously.
Oh, hold on. Have you not had anything to eat?
Well, I just thought, since you hadn't either.
Are you serious? Why would you do a full thing like that? You'll die if you don't eat.
Actually,
He won't die if he doesn't eat. Malachim don't actually depend on food for sustenance. If they do eat, it's only as a quirky hobby.
All right, if you're sure. If you feel like going hungry, it's your life. But there's no sense in doing it on my account.
Good to see you're feeling better again. As you probably noticed, we made it back to Titania already.
Sorry to keep you all waiting on me. Get everyone together. We meet now.
Well, that could have gone better.
I just wanted to better understand the hardships Velvet's suffering through. It seems unfair for her to bear all of it alone.
Well, she's... how can I put it? A very straightforward kind of person.
But nothing gets under her skin like a clumsy display of sympathy.
What should I do about her then?
For now, just get something in your tummy. Any good warrior knows you eat when you have the chance. Even Malachim have more strength on a full stomach than an empty one, don't they?
Yeah.
It's true. Food will fill an empty stomach. But what is there to fill an empty heart, I wonder?
Time for some grub, Laphicet. What are you hungry for?
I'll have some stuffed giant squid. Or prison crab dumplings. Or sea snake bowl.
It's your first meal in 3 days, right? Better stick with something mild or you'll be sorry. How about a risotto or vegetable rice soup?
That could be nice.
I could go for some borscht or shark fin and egg soup. For dessert, I'll have a sweet bean and jelly fruit cup, a giant parfait, and a triple berry cake.
Zip it, Magilou.
Oh well, I'm getting full just thinking about it.
I think I'd like some rice porridge with a pickled plum and baby sardines on top.
Ooh, an austere choice.
And an apple.
In that case, you should have some apple boo.
Apple boo?
What on earth is that?
It's just grated apples. But when my brother wasn't feeling well, I often fed it to him.
I think I'd like to try some.
If you insist, I'll make some for you. At least it's something I can make without needing to taste it.
Okay, I insist.
Okay.
If you're already making some, I'd like...
Zip it, Magilu!
I haven't seen many Abbey patrol ships around here of late.
I noticed that too. Do you think something happened?
The Bloodwings said the Abbey's been quiet everywhere. Apparently, some bad demons and a cursed pirate crew have been giving them trouble, and they can't spare the men to patrol the outer seas.
That's Ifreed's pirates for ya. Always gathering information and keeping on their guard.
A cursed pirate crew? Isn't that us? If the info's sound, we've really made a name for ourselves.
Abbey ships run and hide when they see us coming.
Reason dictates that we avoid hopeless fights.
Ooh, Shepherd Artorias, you're my hero!
If only our enemies were truly that dumb. Sadly, the world isn't that forgiving. We can't drop our guard.
Aye. I've contacted some fishermen friends of mine. They'll let us know if they notice anything fishy.
We've got the First Mate's curse to deal with. We can never be too careful.
Yeah, with that Reaper's curse hanging over us, we don't have room to relax.
Well, at least they're not too bothered by it. Okay, Fee. I need you to find us our next Earth Pulse point.
I found one, but it's really far. Way up in the northeast.
If it's that far out, it has to be in Engand.
Endgand is a collection of small islands. There's a comparatively bigger one called Lionel Island, but that's the exception.
Yeah, I think the Earth Pulse point's probably out there.
Endgand, huh? Those waters are haunted by ghost ships, you know.
Ghost ships?
Yep. Legend has it they snatch up wrongdoers who bear lingering regrets and whisk them away to that eternal voyage.
That doesn't sound promising.
Currents from all over the world converge in Engand's waters, so a lot of shipwrecks from distant seas end up there as their final resting place.
Uh-huh. So that's where the stories of ghost ships come from.
Boo, you guys have no imagination.
I'd rather they stay imaginary myself.
We should still be careful.
We'll be fine. Ghost ship, exorcist, whatever comes along. We'll be the ones to administer their last rites. Just one Therian to go. When I escaped, Ceres told me that Artorias could still be killed. That means she must have known everything. That Enominat is incomplete. How Therians work. But why did she betray Artorias? Why did she give me her strength? I know that try as you might, some fires can never fully be extinguished. But what made you go so far as to feed yourself to me? Tell me, why did you do it, sis? Ugh, what am I saying? Ceres was a Moloch. Just a Moloch. Just focus on what has to be done. Once the Therians are all together, I can end this. That's all that matters. That's all I need to think about.
No, it's not. You have to do it right.
You're so mean, Medusa! If you keep telling me what to do, I'll hate you!
Fine, hate me then. So long as you do what I say.
Fine! I love you, Medusa, and you don't even care!
What's going on here?
Eleanor, Medusa's being mean. She keeps telling me to dry my hair after my bath, but I don't wanna.
What? Is that all you're arguing about?
This is important. Just because she's a Therian doesn't mean she can't catch a cold.
But I won't! I won't catch a cold! I swear! I don't want to take Mom's yucky, awful medicine, so I'm not gonna get sick.
If you insist on being so stubborn, we can do this the hard way.
There's no need for everyone to get so worked up. Her hair's pretty much dry already, right?
Yeah, what she said.
I'm spoiling her, aren't I?
Seriously. Look, we don't even know what would happen if a Therian catches a cold, let alone how to treat it.
That's true.
But look, I get it. I know you feel responsible for her.
You mean what happened to her mother?
Yeah, Laphicet told me about it.
My, look who's a little tattletale.
I'm sorry, but I thought Medusa should know, just in case.
It's fine, I suppose. I should have told her myself.
Well, at least I understand everything now. It's all too tragic for words.
Yes. And the knowledge would not be something that a young child could possibly bear. I'm not planning on telling her.
That's probably your only option. But do you really think you can keep lying to her forever?
I have to. For her own sake.
For her, huh?
All right. I'll go with you on this.
You two are going through an awful lot of trouble for a selfish kid.
All kids are selfish. They're selfish. But that's what their families and their mothers should be there for. Don't you have any memories like that yourself?
Sorry, but I'd rather just keep them to myself.
Pish and piffle. Everybody and their issues, am I right?
We're coming up on Lionel Island.
So much for the ghost ships.
Should we expect another welcome party waiting for us again?
No. I had the Bloodwings spread a rumor that we were raiding an Abbey compound far, far from here.
As far as plans go, that's better than nothing.
All this cloak and dagger. Give me a good old frontal assault any day.
First mate, sir. There's a ship drifting ahead of us.
A ghost ship?
It's an Abbey ship. Their flag. It's a distress signal.
Understood. Commence approach.
Are you actually going to help an enemy ship?
A ship signaling distress has neither allies nor enemies. That's a code all seafarers abide by.
It's an obvious trap.
Not even pirates would use a distress signal for a surprise attack. Of course, after we rescue a ship, we still strip them of everything they've got.
Anyway, if it's a trap, we'll kill everyone on board. Simple.
A waste of time if you ask me.
Is this...
the Corsair Scourge!
Benwick, do we still have any Salatoma left?
Yes, sir. If this is their full crew, we should have enough on board to treat them.
Now that you mention it, don't Abbey ships usually have a bigger crew?
These were all who were aboard when I hijacked the ship and made them set sail.
Teresa!
I knew I was being reckless, but I never expected we'd run afoul of the Corsair's Scourge. But you know, I'm glad we did. Since it brought me to you.
You seriously plan to fight in that condition?
No. I know you've won this one. Use me as you will.
Use you?
Don't bother asking. It's a trap.
Lionel Island is where you'll find Dees. A Therian. My brother Oscar is guarding over it.
We can handle him just fine.
You should know that Oscar's acquired a powerful new art. Its formula developed by Lord Melchior. The art heightens a Malak's power far beyond its normal limits. The effect is incredible. Normal arts don't even compare. Even were you to win, you wouldn't come away unscathed.
Why are you telling us this?
The art is still untested and imperfect. There's no guarantee its caster will survive the effects. I don't want anything to happen to Oscar. If I'm your hostage, Oscar won't move against you. This will afford you a window to snatch the Therian and make your escape.
You're willing to betray the Abbey?
There's nothing in this world that could ever replace Oscar. I know you can't trust me, so don't give me your medicine. I'll place my life in your hands. Just save Oscar.
Lady Teresa!
If true, this information will be of use to us. For now, let's bring her aboard and give her the medicine.
So, you're going to believe her story?
An art that boosts a Malak's power far beyond its normal limits. Sounds like we might be in for a real fight.
And she said that Melchior developed it, too.
Maybe this explains why he was so intent on acquiring that Siegfried relic.
If this is all true, a frontal assault might not be the best idea.
But why do you think Teresa is willing to go so far to protect Oscar?
Oscar is the second son of the Dragonia family, aristocrats with ancestral ties to the Asgard royal lineage. From what I understand, he was sent to the Abbey in the hopes of strengthening his family's ties to the group.
For the good of the bloodline. Happens all the time.
Teresa followed him to the Abbey, where she's been his constant savior, even if she's kept it from him.
So she's another noble too. Could have had an easy life if she just kept in her place.
No, Teresa was conceived, outside of formal matrimony, and her mother was not of what you'd call high standing.
It happens more often than you might think. My mother died, and my father's wife never cared for me. So I merely served the Dragonia family as a maid. Those were dark, lonely times for me. But Oscar was the only one who called me his sister and embraced me as family. Does a sister need any other reason to want to save her brother?
So you're back on your feet.
My sincere thanks for the medicine.
I can't use you as a hostage if you're dead. Where's the Therian?
Ahead through the Baird Marsh are the ruins of an ancient kingdom. There you'll find the Earth Pulse Point, along with Oscar.
What happened to number 1?
Lord Artorius took number 1 away from me. As it stands, I'm without the powers of an exorcist. As such, Whether I live or die is for you people to decide. Once Oscar is safe, you can do whatever you like to me.
We'll do as you wish. All of it.
A new recipe!
Scout ship set.
I know you know this, Fee, but don't let your guard down for 1 second.
I won't.
I'll send a Sylph J if anything comes up here. Have a safe trip.
Thanks.
Still, why would the Abbey build anything all the way out here?
Teresa, what do you know?
This island may be uninhabited now, but judging from the ruins, we can tell that civilization has flourished and fallen here many times. This island lies at a focal point of air and sea currents, as well as the flow of the Earth pulse. That means that malevolence gathers here too.
Is that why civilization has risen and fallen here before?
It is. Furthermore, the malevolence of those long-dead people still lingers here, lost and unfading.
Even after so long?
The more they prospered, the greater the loss of life.
Normally, this sort of thing could not be ignored. The malevolence here should have been dealt with in haste.
But because the Abbey is scheming to resurrect Enominat, there's no way they'd want to waste such a bounty. Bursting with malevolent juiciness, and no meddlesome people around to cause trouble. There couldn't be a more perfect spot.
If there's one place they'd put a Therian, it's here.
This is an Abbey encampment. No one's stationed here now, but it's well maintained.
From what I could gather, it will be approximately 10 days before the next patrol stops by.
That's more than enough time to find the Therian and get it off the Earth pulse.
We can rest here too. No need to rush things. We'll find the Therian, but let's do it right. Teresa, it's been a while.
We haven't seen each other since the throne. But that doesn't seem like so long ago to me. Not when I keep hearing so much about you. Eleanor Hume, the traitor.
What of the Corsair Scourge?
Nothing to worry about. I've had my dose of Salatoma.
Was it as bad as you remembered it? Brings you back to when you were an initiate, doesn't it?
Why did you betray us, Eleanor? When the Abbey made you a patrolling inspector, they placed great responsibility upon you. Oscar should have been the one to take on that role. He had already been selected for it. But you wanted it so very badly, and that sweet, naive man that he is, he let you take it.
I had no idea. Oscar had already been chosen?
Yes, and after he passed on it, he was stationed on that dangerous island where he sustained that awful wound. And now, you accompany the monster that nearly killed him. I feel I have a right to some answers.
My desire to save humanity has not changed. I have simply found a path different from the Abbey's.
I don't find that answer acceptable.
I didn't think that you would. I know very well that you offer no compromises when it comes to Oscar.
You're right. I don't. Be sure to inform your new friends of that fact. In order for me to protect Oscar, I'm going to need you all to trust me. That's all I have to say to you.
I understand.
I heard that they use this island to hold exiled prisoners. Just looking at this place depresses me. I hate it here.
We can't go carelessly wandering about. This place is dangerous.
I know. Still, from the looks of those ruins, there used to be one impressive civilization here. I can practically taste the hidden treasure.
The punishment for tomb raiding is quite strict, you know.
Think I'd be a pirate if I was afraid of the Abbey?
I won't stop you from looking for loot. But if you get into trouble, don't expect us to save you. Got it?
Aye, aye, sir.